Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So today's video is going to be my circle up video number 5. So stay tuned. So as per usual, we are going to go over 3 books that I have read. I'm going to give you guys a synopsis as well as a book review for these books. So let's get into it. The first book I have here is The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Shiro. This is a standalone book set in the Percy Jackson universe. And instead of following Percy Jackson, this one follows Nico D'Angelo and Will Solis. As the son of Hades, Nico D'Angelo has been through so much, from the premature death of his mother and sister to being outed against his will, to losing his friend Jason during the trials of Apollo. But there is a ray of sunshine in his life, literally, his boyfriend, Will Solis, the son of Apollo. Together, the two demigods can overcome any obstacle or foe. At least that's been the case so far. Now Nico is plagued by a voice calling out to him from Tartarus, the lowest part of the underworld. He thinks he knows who it is, a reformed titan named Bob, whom Percy and Annabeth had to leave behind when they escaped Hades' realm. Nico dreams and Rachel Dare's latest prophecy leave little doubt in Nico's mind that Bob is in some kind of trouble. Nico has to go on this quest whether Mr. D and Chiron like it or not, and of course Will insists on coming with. But can a being made of light survive in the darkest part of the world? And what does the prophecy mean that Nico will have to leave something of equal value behind? Nico will have to face demons both internal and external as his relationship with Will is tested to the core in this standalone adventure featuring 2 of the most popular characters from the world of Percy Jackson. I gave this book 4.5 stars. Besides Percy and Annabeth in the main Percy Jackson series, Will and Nico is my other favorite ship. This book is the epitome of an actual grumpy/sunshine romance trope, as Nico is, of course, the darkness and grumpy, and Will is the sunshine. They're legit that trope. In Heroes of Olympus, which is Rick Riordan's series after Percy Jackson and the Olympians, my favorite is book 4, and the reason for that, and the main reason, is it's set in the underworld. It's set somewhere different within the series, and I really liked the setting of that book, and therefore I knew I was going to like the setting of this book. At the time when I was reading this book, this was the newest Percy Jackson type book, and it felt so good to be at that point in the world of Percy Jackson again, and actually reading something that had just came out. I think I got this book in either May or June. I can't remember. I don't know if this will tell me actually when it came out. It came out in 2023. May 2023. I got this book in May 2023 when it came out because I pre-ordered it. And then I read it in July. Like, not very long after I had gotten this book had I pulled a prompt to read this book. There are lots of good quotes in here that I will highlight and tab when I eventually do my reread of this book. And one of the main things that I really liked about this book is Nico got his own hero's journey, finally. In the Heroes of Olympus and Percy Jackson, he's sort of a side character. And so for him to get his own book is, of course, my favorite things. Of course, I've read other books by Rick Riordan, and I really don't have to mention that I'd like to continue with his works. In fact, I'm in the middle right now of doing a reread of Heroes of Olympus, as well as reading Trials of Apollo for the first time. But this is my first work of Mark Shiro's, and I would really like to check out more of his books, as you really couldn't tell a difference between the writing styles. At least, I really couldn't, so yeah, 4.5 stars for that. The next book is Nevermoor, The Trials of Morrigan, which is the first book in Jessica Townsend's Nevermoor series. So, synopsis is this. Morrigan Crow is cursed. Born on Eventide, the unluckiest day for any child to be born, Morrigan is blamed for all local misfortunes, and worst of all, the curse dooms her life at midnight on her 11th birthday. When as Morrigan awaits her fate, a remarkable man named Jupiter North appears, whisking her away into the safety of a secret city called Nevermoor. It's in Nevermoor that Morrigan discovers she must contend for a place in the city's most prestigious organization, the Wondrous Society. Morrigan must compete in 4 dangerous trials against hundreds of other children, or she'll have to confront her deadly fate. I ended up giving this first book in the Nevermoor series 4 stars. In this book, when I was first reading it, I couldn't really gel with the characters, but once I got to Nevermoor and discovered all of the whimsy and magical elements of that book, Morrigan as a character really grows on you, and she actually really grows and develops as a character in the later books. And I've read books 2 and 3 at this point. Book 4 is not out yet. What she goes through in this book with her being born on the unluckiest day and most bad day of the year, she really ends up going through a lot. I would love to go to Nevermoor, as the whimsy of it sounds so magical that you would have fun probably practically every single day. Out of all the middle grade books that I have read, the writing is really enjoyable. And it actually really grips you with how it's told. More so some of the middle grade books that I've read, some of them really don't grip me. But this series has definitely gripped me. In the later series, as Morrigan grows, really grows on you. I really like the trial/competition element of this book. I really do like books with a trial/competition element. And in this book, we got to experience all 4, seasons in this book. And it just made it really immersive. Like, you'd read a little chunk and it'd be the fall. You'd read the next chunk and it'd be Christmas. You read it and it'd be spring. And so on. And that really made these books flow. And the flow continues in the later books. So, of course, I will be definitely continuing. You'll find out probably in there sum up what I actually ended up giving book 3. So far, it's been my highest rated book of this series. So I will be definitely continuing. I've even gone on to the Barnes & Noble website to look for book 4. And it says here in the US it's not coming out until 25th of January next year. So I got some time to wait. But I'm glad to have picked up this middle grade series. As while I am an adult, it's a fun book that I think even adults would enjoy and get a lot out of. And then finally, the next book I have is Frostheart 2: Escape from Aurora by Jamie Littler. This is book 2 in the Frostheart series. Ash and his ragtag crew of misfits aboard the Frostheart sleigh have just pulled into Aurora, the most dazzling city Ash has ever seen. Ice, skyscrapers, wondrous new foods, and bustling city folk who barely have the time of day for a small town kid like him. That is, until he masters the art of song weaving, the ability to control the giant monsters that lurk in the snow beyond city limits. But the real reason Ash came to Aurora is to find his long-lost parents. The only token they left him before their disappearance was a lullaby. A map disguises a song that has led him from landmark to landmark, all in the hopes of finding them at the end of it. With the help of his best friend Luna, the fast-talking ship's navigator, and his Yeti guardian Tobu, Ash is one step closer to finding the family he's always longed for. He might find, though, that getting what you wish for is more complicated than he imagined, and Ash's world is about to expand in ways he never thought possible. I ended up giving this book 4 stars. I really like Ash and Tobu as characters, as well as the rest of the misfit crew aboard the Frostheart. This book, the middle grade characters, I find them to be solid, as the entire backstory of Ash and Tobu is really thought out and has a lot of depth to it. With this book in general, the plot really developed, especially towards the end, which I like. The atmosphere in this book is perfect for the cold and snowy season, but you can essentially read it anytime. It's middle grade, it's up to you. I really enjoyed the illustration in this book. If you don't know, Jamie Littler did his own illustrations for the Frostheart series, and he did a really great job with them. This may be a bit of a spoiler alert, but I have actually finished the Frostheart series, and I also gave book 3 4 stars. This entire series has gotten 4 stars from me, which is really good. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more bookish content from me. From the list of these 3 books that I gave you, pick your favorite and let me know down below. And of course, let me know some other books that you would like me to check out. I may have already read them. I may not. Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember, we are the one within the all, and I will see you guys with whatever comes next.